Hi friends, today is Tuesday. It is April 28th and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and I hope you had a great Monday. Today we're going to talk, today is Team Sport Tuesday. So if you play a sport, you can show us a picture of your team picture of the sport that you play or the sport that you're involved in. I know Autumn is in the dance club, so she shows a picture of her dance club. That would be considered a sport. Or you can also draw a picture too of some of the things that you do or your teammates that are in your sports. So show me your team sport Tuesday activity. You guys can also, today we're going to see Mr. T. So hopefully you guys can come at 3:30. We're going to see Mr. T. And Mr. T is going to go over teamwork today. So that'll be really fun and that'll be kind of like what we're doing for team sports today. Let's see, make sure that you guys do your reading comprehension. That means you're going to answer questions about your reading today. And we're going to talk about 3D shapes. And so before we get started on that, I have a poem about shapes. So I'm going to read you guys a poem, and then we're going to look at a couple 3D shapes today. The shape of things. What is a circle? What is round? A quarter rolling on the ground. A wheel and a circle, so it is the moon. A bottle cap or a big balloon. So those are things that are circle or round. What is a square? With sides the same, a wooden board for a checker game, a slice of cheese, a TV screen, a table napkin to keep you clean. Those are all things that are square. What is a rectangle? Straight or tall? A door that stands within the wall. A dollar bill, a loaf of bread, a mattress laying on your bed. Those are all things that are rectangle. What is a triangle? With sides of 3, a piece of pie for you and me. A musical triangle, ding, ding, ding. A slice of pizza with everything. So think of a triangle, 3 sides. Good. These are the shapes seen everywhere. A triangle, rectangle, circle, and square. If you look closely where you've been, you've surely seen the shapes you're in. Beautiful. So make sure you guys are thinking about your shapes. I'm going to show you some 3D shapes and I want you guys to think about what kind of shapes that you're seeing. So, do you know what this shape is called? It's kind of a cool little ball. Do you know what it's called? This is called a sphere. Sphere is a shape that's kind of like a circle. It's like a ball. Now, what other shapes can you think about? A circle maybe. Like if I had only one side, this side's flat so you can kind of see the circle. But most of the time in a sphere, the whole thing is circle, the whole thing is round, so it doesn't really have any sides that you can trace. So this is a sphere. Okay. I have my coffee can. I just finished all my coffee. What kind of shape can you think of? This is a 3D shape also. 3D means that I can see all the way around it. And if it's a 3D shape, this one is called a cylinder. A cylinder. What other shapes do you see in the cylinder? You've just seen a circle, right? Do you see the circle? That 2D shape, that circle? Good. This is a cylinder. Another shape that you might come across is called a cube. Good, this is a cube. There's that silent E to make the long U sound. Now cube, so what sides, when you look at the side, what shape do you see? Good, you should have said a square. It's even, it has the same size on both sides, so it's not a rectangle, it's a square. Good, and you have multiple sides, 6 sides. And that makes a cube. Okay, I have one more, and this one's a little bit harder. So I want you to think about what kind of shape that you see with this. If I have a book, What kind of shape can you think of? This is called a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism actually is like a rectangle. Do you see the rectangle? And then also right here you see a rectangle. So you have multiple rectangles in a rectangular prism. Okay, so you guys are going to take a look at 3D shapes. Oh, just for a bonus one, which one do you think this is? We just talked about. Good! A cylinder! If you said cylinder, awesome job. Okay, we also have pyramids, and there's other shapes on there too that I don't have examples of, but those are some of the examples of 3D shapes that you're going to look at today and you're going to get introduced to today. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And the last thing you're going to do today is you're going to do a science and social studies activity, and you're going to talk about Garrett Morgan. And you're going to do a timeline for Garrett Morgan. So you have to get onto Pebble Go, and you're going to do a timeline, which means the order when he was born until he died. And you're going to talk about his whole life and what some of the cool things he did. He did some really neat things, like he introduced the traffic light, and he invented the traffic light. So that's one of the really cool accomplishments he did. He did some other really cool things also. So you want to go ahead and listen about him, and then come up with the timeline and fill in the rest of the timeline. Should be really fun today. He's an inventor. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, and hopefully you can join Mr. Textador and I at 3:30 today. Bye, friends.